Lucy is a grower who has land near Aberystwyth, and she's really into sustainability, and she wanted to look at the local nutrient cycle. So where are local growers getting their nutrients and their fertilisers from? And she's really passionate in the idea of fertilisers that can be grown locally and can be really low impact on the environment. So Lucy experimented with planting a comfrey crop on her land, which is a plant which is able to be turned into a liquid fertiliser. And then Lucy made liquid fertiliser with the comfrey and sold it in Aberystwyth to local growers. So those growers were then able to buy this liquid fertiliser and fertilise their crops with nutrients that were grown in the Dyfi Valley. Lucy's trial is really exciting because she's not just growing a primary crop that people are going to eat directly, she's growing a crop which is going to support other people to grow crops sustainably in the Dyfi Valley. So by her growing a comfrey feed, she's enabling more people to grow crops themselves in the Dyfi Valley sustainably. Lucy is really showing us that we can get all the nutrients we need to grow crops from plant-based fertilisers, and that we really don't need to be bringing chemical fertilisers into the area to be able to grow good crops.
Hello, I'm Lucy McQuillan, and I'm living at Bryn Lloyd in Aberystwyth, and we're growing comfrey here, comfrey plant, to make a liquid plant fertiliser for people growing their vegetables, whether it's in the greenhouse or out on a plot. Yeah, so it's last year was the start, and we started off with 60 new plants, and it takes maybe a year or two for comfrey to mature. So looking forward to this coming season. I've now got 85 plants, and expecting them to grow 4 or 5 foot high this year, and they're looking really healthy and really well. Yeah, the most enjoyable part of growing comfrey, it's just great being able to see, the plant coming up in the spring, which it is just now. We're just early February and the plants are just starting to show themselves, and just seeing the plant growing, and then the whole harvesting process, and then putting it in the water butt here, no water method, and seeing the product come out it comes out like a thick black, like a soya sauce. It's a good quality product, and then the great thing is being able to share that with gardeners and people who've got greenhouses growing their vegetables, and sharing that it's a great grows really good produce without the use of artificial chemicals. Yeah, so for people who don't know about comfrey, it's been used for thousands of years for different products, from like creams to salves to growing to making material, all sorts of uses. And I think Garden Organic developed the comfrey liquid feed sort of about 40-50 years ago. And the plant itself, it grows to 4 or 5 foot high, but it's got very deep roots, and these big long tap roots, they reach a lot of nutrients that other plants can't utilise, can't reach. So there's like potassium, phosphorus and nitrogen that the plant takes up and puts into its leaves, which is why we harvest the leaves of the plant to make a liquid fertiliser or a mulch, or you can powder it or put it into pellets. And it's in a very readable form for plants to take up, especially the nitrogen that plants need to grow for healthy growth and producing proteins. We got involved with the Dyfi project, the Dyfi Biosphere project, back early last year, 2022, and we were approved for the project in spring 2022, and we had a group of volunteers come up from the ABBA Dyfi group, Dyfi ABBA, to help plant the young comfrey plants. And then we had a good season. It was a very, very hot, dry year though, so the plants did suffer a bit in the midsummer. There was a lot of watering going on to keep the plants hydrated in the summer months. But I did manage to get 3 harvests last year of the leaves, so that was good. You can harvest the leaves of comfrey sort of 3, 4, 5 times a year, depending on how well they're growing. So I think this year it's going to be even better because the plants will have matured this year. It'll be their second season. Yeah, we were very lucky to move here a couple of years ago. Dave grew up in Aberystwyth and he always wanted to come back. So we've got this fantastic little small holding near Aber. We've got 3 acres. It's had 40 years of a local farmer's sheep being on the land, but we wanted to just see if we could kind of diversify the small holding. So we now have 4 cows, 3 sheep, 2 chickens and a small plot of comfrey and a vegetable plot. And we're just looking at how we can grow and utilise the land in different ways, and then have people coming up to have a look from the town and see what we're doing, and talking to other people that have got a bit of land, the kind of things that you can do, because you can just start off really small. You don't have to grow lots. Our advice would be just start small, and then see how it goes each year and maybe expand, and what works well do again, and if it doesn't, you don't have to do it. And always grow things that you enjoy eating. Yeah, the Dyfi Dyfi project, it's been really great to be involved with. It really kind of inspired me right at the beginning to think, okay, what kind of plant can I grow at scale? Because I'd thought of maybe like 10 comfrey plants, and actually now we've got nearly 90. So it made me think at greater scale. It's also given us a lot of local contacts. It also made me think about, okay, I can produce this comfrey plant feed for ourselves, but how about supplying it to the local area for other growers, community growers, and other people in the area. And so we're now providing Bellet Deer, the refill shop in town, with comfrey liquid feed, and planning on going to the farmers market this year, and maybe even selling it mail order online. So yeah, it's just the support of that community group. There's all the other projects, the other 8-9 projects that are involved. It's sharing ideas, and just giving each other that encouragement. That's been really, really important, and I'm really grateful for that.